gotta stay working, right? What up, guys? This is for Carrollton, Texas, and Texas. And I know I'm gonna have to put in some work for y'all to hear me. Let me tell you, in Trail app, everybody want to talk about diplomas. When I was in school in New Miss Smith, Sabina might don't know this, and everybody might don't know this about me in Carrollton, Texas. When I was in school, I was going to elementary school, going to jobs and doing all of these things. I was going to colleges, North Lake. They didn't have, we can only take certain class because of the situation, because Dallas and Governor Abbott don't want to put into special ed education. We only allowed to take certain classes at that time. But let me tell you, while I was in school, I was going to college. I went to North Lake and I went to Brookhaven. We took ceramics, we took PE, and we took another class. So while we was in high school, when I was in school, we was going to Carrollton Elementary, we was going to jobs, job site learning, job skills. At 14 and 15 years old, I had a job. But Sabina met me and Mirza. Let me tell you how we first met. And I want to discuss these things because everybody want to talk about Mirza and people want to talk about you care about that hoarding that money. Let me tell you something. If it won't be for me and Sabina, it won't be no more with Mirza. And I'm going to tell you how Mirza and Mirza found out about that situation. Because Sky, their friend, was jealous of the relationship and started talking shit. And Mirza was able to find out. And then Sabina, little cousins at the park, was going around, going and telling the mom, Emily Cabin, them about our relationship, snitching, nerming them and about the thing. We used to stand out in the cold and hold each other. I'm going to let you know a little more about me because we want to understand so we can come to a good understanding, Carrollton, Texas, and Dallas, Texas. We can come to a good understanding. And you sound just like that person, Lil Wayne from our city. All I do is care about that money and that home. You know, let's talk about this. My relationship, this is all the proof that I need. Spark Dog, all the rest of y'all in Texas, y'all won't be on these songs if it won't be for this. Let me tell you something. This is not for recognition. I'm not proud. This is for to something to validate something of my history. This is validation of history. I don't care about the pain. This is validation. Because we know that the people are going to try to take credit for what they ain't there is and leave me out. Catching on to point line, I'm going to make you going to stay where you at. I had to put this on my hand for people don't want to forget about me and why that person being selfish. This tattoo that's on me is not this about this about Sabine. It's not this about those things. This is validation. A case mirrors in the rest of them in the hypocrites of racism. This is validation. This is what God gave me, and He tried to lead me out. This is validation. This ain't. It don't got nothing to do. This is not just a tattoo. This is not just a tattoo to me. This is not just a name of a tattoo to me. This is not just that. This is validation of somebody trying to take my history away from me and try to take what I did so far in music or any of that. And Mirza wanted to leave me out, want to be a hypocrite because of politics, the way they friends think, and we in the studio, DJ Drama Boy and them things. This is validation of history. Mirza doing songs and putting people on songs that he was not supposed to put. This is validation. Let me tell you, I didn't just go to school and party. I had a job at 14 and 15 years old. It was about growth. You know, my teacher took me to Job Corps at 16. My teachers always believed in me. At Newman Smith, if that was in middle school in New Orleans, whatever that is, I had a wrestling coach teacher in New Orleans, and I used to go to the wrestling thing before I came to Texas. But I found that I wasn't even supposed to be in that school, high school, and I had to go to middle school. So I went to middle school in Plano. My cousin them came out there and everything. Our cousins them, and I went to middle school in Plano. But I wasn't this at 14 and 15. Sabina used to come in there, and her mom used to come in there and shop at Big Lots. And she used to smile at me while I'm working. I was going, Demir and them don't even know this. And Demir, I don't think Patrick and Emily Calvin and them ever told them this. Why I wasn't with them always in a class and chilling with them. I was going to schools. I was going to thrift stores. I was going to elementary schools. And me chilling out with Patrick and Emily Cavley, hanging out with them by Perry and all of that stuff, going to the schools, hanging out the thrift stores. It was just not about the money for me. I want the state of Texas to know something. And I want Doug Miller to know something. I want Governor Abbott to hear me. Because this wasn't about the money. It was about growth and learning things. My teacher at Newman Smith, she was the cheerleader coach. The lady that took me on field on job sites at Norman Smith, she was the cheerleader coach for Norman Smith. And people don't even know those things. We get on a dark bus sometime, bam. I didn't, my friend Ricky said, he said something, Hugo. We sat at Mary, because we usually sit at Mary's house back in the day, and we used to wait for him. And this time, when he wasn't at that time, his mama was gone. And Rick said, the whole time I knew you never picked up a book. I said, let me tell you something. You don't see what's going behind closed doors in that class. You don't see the things that my teachers are teaching me at Newman Smith. We picking up books. I went to summer school at Creekview. When I'm not hanging out with Mirza, people don't even know I went to summer school. I didn't have to go to summer school. But I was there with my teachers and them anyway. Going to school on a Saturday, and we having garage sale. I didn't always spend my time on hanging out with Mirza and them. Me and this middle school kid used to hang out. My teacher at Newman Smith High School, she used to have in the back room, we got 2 gyms at Newman Smith. And sometimes our gym at Newman Smith, my class was right by the gym. I had regular P, I had regular classes, and I had took theater, and I had regular P. I always was in regular P, even when I was in New Orleans. I was always doing regular things, you know what I'm saying? I was always in there, even when I was in New Orleans. But the thing is this. I didn't I was in theater, P, playing P with everybody. But the thing is this situation. I didn't just do those things. I was doing more. It was not about just having a diploma. Because I see people on the Trail app talking about a diploma. One thing, I know the conflict in this music thing. And I don't want to be in conflict with anybody and with these little kids trying to rap and do all of this with these dudes. No, my history should not define it. No, I'm not going to scoot to your level. We're going to get our history explained. But we had our thing, me, Sabine and them, we had our songs on the Perry ringtone with everybody. And people don't know that. Raphael used to have a dance team. Cheyenne, Raphael, everybody used to have a dance team at Perry Middle School. I was working at 14 and 15 years old. When people interact with me, when I go to the Perry Middle School, I'm going to high school and I'm going to hang out with my friends, even and them and all the rest of them. All right, I'm still working. My ambition was much more great. It's not about having a diploma. Y'all teachers, The thing is with y'all keeping these kids in a classroom 24/7. You go on field trips, you're not letting them see the job site, you're not letting these job people train them. Walmart don't even do it. Walmart don't even let the schools come in and the store managers showing them around. Walmart is not being taken to that level. But I would never forget what Edward and everybody at the big lights and Cat. Kevion and Mama used to drop me off at work sometimes. You know, I used to go to parties with Kevion back in the day when he got a little badass cousin that used to cuss, and his mom and his sister that used to cuss. And I go over there, and Kevion Mama take me over there towards that way, and we go over there to parties, and then me and Kevion used to hang out at the movies and stuff. And my brother, we used to hang out and stuff and do all of those things. But it's more to that. It's more to that thing. I was more of a high school businessman of learning on a job site. So my mindset was more, the thing is, when my relationship, I'm dating this girl named Doris, right? Billy and the rest of it, and Chris Palmer. I lost my friend because of the state of Texas in that mall. I lost friend Chris Palmer because I'm trying to tell him in the mall that you don't see what's going on in that mall. You don't see what's going on. He's up there taking the jewelry for free, but don't see it what it comes with. It's bribery. So we're in the Galleria Mall. Let me tell you, I've been shopping at that Galleria Mall for a long time. Before they had a Valley View Mall, me, Kevion, Albert, all of us, and Albert, Mom, and Carrollton. I'm at the Walmart store over there, and me and Albert said, "What's up?" We growed up since a little kid. His mama used to get us in vans and stuff. And the thing I didn't like about, Albert, I never had a problem with Albert. And the thing I didn't like, the girls at Walmart say, "Oh, why you talking to him? Bitch, you mad because you couldn't have what you want. You want something from me and you can't stand me because I don't want to give you what you want." That's why you telling Albert, we at the Walmart, you want something and you can't get what you want. So we at that shopping store and I'm at the Walmart. Albert coming talking to me. Diamond used to date Albert's sister, and Albert never used to like it, Mirza. So I remember one time Mirza and Albert fighting in the alleyway. Albert and Mirza Catholic, Lil Diamond, they fighting with each other in the alleyway. Albert never did like the Mirza for some reason. And, Albert used to be in Carrollton and over that back in the day. Albert never did like the Mirza for some reason. But Mirza was dating, Lil Diamond was dating Mirza's, the Albert's sister. So they was a key. Mirza, the relationship was all. And I would, and people would go against me because jealousy was involved. Like Albert's sister and everybody would go against me because jealousy was involved. Of me just being on that high pedestal at 14 and 15 years old, and me coming with we sitting in Carrollton, Texas over there by Turner. We sitting there, me coming, we playing basketball, me coming with my Big Lots vest on. Me doing these things. I was going to college while I was in there. I didn't get a chance to go to the other classes, but we know something. I want to tell Doug McMillan something. And I wrote to Doug McMillan, and I wrote to the Justice Department. I told Doug McMillan this, and I told him the CEOs. When the customers came in there, and they saw me struggling a little bit, you know what they kept telling me? Say, Hubert, keep trying, you're going to get it. They saw me, the customers of Walmart at 2996, saw me. I was willing to try. I was willing to try. When I was in that by myself, they saw me trying. And the customer's telling me not to give up. I was determined. Everybody want to have an high school education, and everybody is not able to go to get a trade. People turned me down 3 times at job court. We just don't want people, man. Every time my teacher they took me to Mary Grimes, I had 3 more years in school. I remember talking to my brother. My brother was on the football team. He was on the football team, Big Nick, Kool-Aid, and there's this other person that's on Facebook in Dallas, and he do music with Mirza, and they do music too. And his MySpace used to always be popular. And his Facebook, and he went to Newman Smith, he knows my brother now. And he used to always be popular. And I still communicate on his on Facebook, and I say, man, your music always popping on MySpace. You been hot. When me and Mirza was putting out music, you been hot. And he said, yeah, he been hot. I told my brother, you remember on that football field, my first day starting? Me and my brother got asthma. What your coach told me? You was going after the quarterback and Big Nick was going there. You know what your coach told me at Newman Smith? Let me lead him. Let me train him. My brother was trying to show me how to tackle a quarterback. And, we got people in Walmart, they just want the money. We got people that just want the higher dial. But I told my brother, you remember John B? If I get with Big Nick and the rest of them, ever get with them and Kool-Aid and the rest of them and Newman Smith and the rest of them, you remember what your coach told me at Newman Smith, Jonathan, Big Nick? If I ever talked to Big Nick, let me train him. Let me show him. Let me guide him. And I talked to my brother. I tell my brother, we went to Miles, Bro, everybody. And I talked to my brother. I'm like, brother, you remember you were trying to show me things? We on the football field early in the morning. And what your coach told me? People are just after the money. They want the money. Let me tell you, my problem with Walmart, with Doug Miller, it was about me being a team player. Jessica was going against me and everybody was going against me. They couldn't understand them. Me doing what you make me sick coming to work every day. You go to work, you have that negativity, and one thing in the produce department, and the guy say they have to start getting rid of people. He been there like 40 years. And he said, and I told him they ain't gonna get rid of me. He gonna say, how you think that? If I'm at work every day, how you it's so much negative. Oh, we're gonna see. You make me sick. Every time I want to do a project, I can't even get my project done because other people in the deli coming in. Oh, you doing other people's job. The co-manager, Chris, I miss him to death. And he left 2996. And he used to have me do stuff in the meat department and tasks. And I remember him telling me, Hubert, I get you to do these tasks because I know you can get the job done. And I miss him, man. And that's something I can, at 2996, that I can know. And when he left, I think it kind of changed a little bit for me. When he left as a co-manager and went to another store. And I missed that about Chris. I missed that about the co-manager. I missed that about him. I remember he told me, Hugh, I know I trust you because I know you can get it done. And he had me in the meat department and the bells or anything that he wanted me to do. I got it done. But the more I came to work, they made it hard for me. Oh, you coming to work all day. I remember one time Jessica had to do his job. Jessica had to come in there and be a team leader. We doing inventory, and I'm at 12 or 1 o'clock at night, and it's something I never did before because I didn't have all of that freedom because Charles was being racist, and I didn't have all of that freedom like I had at 2996, and I was able to do that and go to different departments and help out and learn different things. And I'm starting to regret going to Jessica's department I wish I would have stayed with Shawnee. I look back on it, I kind of regret it because I had the freedom of range. And I kind of, if I would have stayed with Shawnee, I would still be able to help out in the back and still able to do it, learn different skills from all the unloader things and everybody, and still let Shawnee call me to do different things. And I think that was kind of that I regret, because I understand those things. I didn't have that freedom range. Jessica was trying to smother me in that one department. In the deli, you got 8 or 9 people there, and they come in the back. I gotta take something off the wall, and I gotta put something new, and I can't even get that done. Because everybody, and Chris was like, "What my bad said? Are we all here working for the same goal? Why are you letting the badge define you?" Chris, let me tell you my first thing with Chris. We doing inventory. We got to tell them. I watched him. He watched me. And the thing I didn't like about him, he wanted to give up on me on the first try. He wanted to give up on me. He didn't want to show me. We didn't get the merchandise right. He went, "Oh, I'm going to look after myself." And I had to argue with people. No, don't be a department manager if you ain't willing to guide and make sure everybody doing. Don't give up on me as a department manager. And that was the conflict. But me doing work and me, I don't want to do this. And I'm being a team player. It was causing problems. With Jessica and them got, you got a misunderstanding. Jessica, you don't know nothing that was going on in that Walmart, in that deli. You ain't there every day. You there, but you doing other things. But her manager got mad at me because you said you're friendly with everybody. Me talking to me with the customer, I even heard Shawnee say something. I'm like, I wasn't mad at it. She said something about my customer service, my old manager. And I was like, I laughed at it. I wasn't even mad. I took that as a Susan humor joke. Shawnee did. I took that as a sense of humor joke. I didn't even take it that serious at that point. I just took that. It's like when I worked at U-Haul for 5 years, and Miss Melanie said something about me smart. And she's not my manager, but she a regional manager for U-Haul. And she said something smart in the elevator. I'm like, I can't believe Miss Melanie. You want to play with my intelligence while we in that elevator? And she started to come to Walmart and watch me. My old family, U-Haul family used to start to come into Walmart. Used to watch me. And then this Kroger's manager on Frankfurt, because this guy that I worked with at 1216, he was a car pusher, and he worked with at Kroger's, and he did music. He working in the Kroger's room. He not longer working for Walmart pushing carts. And I know him from in the daytime and the evening time. And I come into the interview, and I'm getting a job. I didn't like it because I was supposed to be in the deli, right? And I didn't. I passed my drug test for Kroger's on Frankfurt. I did everything, but I saw this as a Charles thing. I saw this as a Charles situation at something like that, and I didn't take the job at Kroger's. I got my Kroger shirt. I passed the drug test. I did everything, but the judging at the Kroger's that I didn't like. And he wanted me to do something else, but not the position that I wanted to fill in for, because I wanted to learn in a deli and learn those things. And I didn't take the job. But this manager that worked at Kroger's, he came to the business while I was in the deli. He started staring at me. And I want the Justice Department to understand what is going on here and understand what, like, people when I was 14 and 15, this big black guy, he don't even remember me. And I say, you used to work with me at Big Lots. He used to be a manager. And when I was 14 or 15 years old, and he's looking at me some type of way, I say, hold up, guy. And I told him at 2996, hold up, you don't remember me? I was a kid and used to be a manager at Big Lights and used to guide me and do all of that stuff. So he was like, okay, yeah. You know, he said, I know you. Now I remember you and stuff and all of that. Tabitha and them started to come in there, and Sabina family. Cousin, husband, he drive trucks. And he said, Hubert, he know me since I was a kid. You have grown. And Tabitha, all my old friends started to hug me. Tabitha said, we miss you and things. And Xavier was jealous. Xavier was jealousy. I saw jealousy in the spirit of Xavier. Look on the clock. I told the Justice Department, look on the clock of jealousy in the Holy Spirit. See those things. God said, I'm testing you, Justice Department. See the spirit of jealousy in the Holy Spirit. I'm testing you. What you think you see, I didn't want the church to think they saw. Some people think, what you think you see out of my spirit last night, you and in the morning, you better back up. With church in the city, I'm not thinking negative, but certain intentions was there in the morning, and people, you better back up what you think you know. Your spirit is being watched. Your intelligence have intrigued me. God said, I tell your loved ones that I'm sleeping, but they don't know that I enter the spirit that is pure. Jesus on the left, and God said, I'm sleeping in my heavens. God just don't have to be here in the body. He could be here in the spirit of us. And we have to understand those meanings. But what you think you know, you don't even understand. It's not about the attraction, nothing about that. My thing is my gifts go way farther than your being. What you think, you better stop thinking. I don't got a problem with Pastor Ryan. He says something, we can use him. And I really don't have a problem with him. I had to come back him to the next day and tell him, and I said, you remember when you said that God put everybody before everybody? And that put everybody before everybody? And I said, God sent everybody on a task. God sent everybody on a task. And everybody was supposed to fulfill that task. But this is way deeper than you can't even understand it. You're thinking of a connection always got to be about a physical sex thing. It could just be about chilling with each other. Let me tell you, when I was chilling out with Tavani and some of the high school luminous Creekview kids, and they came to my house, and I used to have to go to Walmart, and they came to that, they chilled them out. Sometimes I used to have to go to work at night. They playing a game right in the living room. Tavani, DeMarcus, all the rest of them. I didn't like it. Me and one of the girls, DeMarcus, he got another baby mama. I didn't like it. She used to come to my house and her boyfriend used to be jealous. And like, I'm inviting you to a party with my cousin Bobo and my cousin man and everybody coming over and everybody. And I'm staying at an apartment called a Rise and Fall. And I always had an apartment, and I go to Social Security. I could bring you all of my leases. America be trying to handicap God children. And we need to stop that. You know, I had all the apartments. I told my Social Security office, I said, I'm willing to go get every lease that I have. My mama teaches me to live and do stuff and be independent. In the classroom, we had a kitchen at Newman Smith. We have 4 or 5 different classrooms we go to each other. And before we ventured out, and let me tell you, with the thing with Miss Chastity and them, and Newman Smith and all of us, we had to get to know each other before we ventured out. I couldn't do none of that. I can go as a certain point that I can chill out with other people until we get to know each other. That connection at Newman Smith had to be deeper of understanding. And I had to understand that when it comes to dealing with my teachers or anywhere at that Newman Smith, we couldn't venture out until we sat there at the table and we got to know each other. With Miss Lynn, Miss Chastity, and everybody else. And I kind of understand that discipline rule of that understanding that I got from being part of my classroom. I remember having an evaluation done on my first year. When I'm most good at. All right, I was most good at my hands, right? All right. Then we started talking about the what goes on in the world. And this lady told me at Newman Smith, oh, we can't control. But let me say, I might can't control what goes on in the world, but I can control my future. The thing with people, with the relationship that I've been in, everybody wanted to live in a moment, but I wanted to plan in the moment. We was never, Demira's sister, she always said, people are not ready for me. They're not ready for me. And she always told me that when I shared over about Demira house. And she was like my little sister. You know what I'm saying? She wear everything I got. I'm having 20, 30 pairs of shoes. And she was like my little sister. I'm giving her everything. And she was just like my little sister. All right, I'm buying shoes she had and I'm giving it to her. And I'm buying me more shoes. She was like my little sister. And she used to always tell me, you know, my brother hurt me when he told me something. And that was like my brother. But me, I feel like you're not my dog, like Soldier Slim. Like this dude, Demira, right, had a friend. And he got mad because what I was doing for Demira and them and what I wasn't doing for me. And he got into a fight. And a Carrollton police officer, I think it was a Carrollton, he came up. I had to go to work the next day at Walmart at 12:16. And Yvonne and everybody asking me what's going on with me. I got drunk because this guy got mad because if we go to say, you're not my dog, we supposed to be his family, but we don't know you like that. You just hanging around Demira. I don't know, Demira know you, but I don't know you. But what I do for Demira don't got nothing to do with you. And that's what the problem. What I do for Demira and his mom and dad, it don't got, and that's where the confusion was. This is something that my brother is asking of me. Him and his mom are asking help of me. This don't got nothing to do with you. Asking me to help them out because they had a family situation going on in Basel. This don't got nothing to do with you. You're getting jealous what you're doing for me. Hold up, when Soldier Slim saying that you're not my dog, you're supposed to be his family, but we don't know you like that. I'm from New Orleans. And I remember Demir coming at the Walmart after the next day. He said, if you got a problem with me, tell me. No, man, because this nigga that you hanging out with, that he's mad because what I'm doing for you, Demir. He's mad that me and you, or what I'm doing for you and what I'm doing for you. Can't you see what's going on, Demir? And I don't think Demir saw those things. I don't think Demir saw that jealousy coming out this nigga. And I wanted Demir to see that. That's what I wanted my brother to see. That's what I wanted Demir to actually see. See where this nigga's getting jealous. Oh, him in the when you're in the garage, he talking about what he doing for me. This nigga Alex jealous. I know two Alex. When I chill out with Carrollton and this nigga Demir friend, he's a fake motherfucker. And I had to tell Felicia, you hanging out with this nigga. This is what's going on in Carrollton. And I had to tell Felicia, I'm talking to this girl right now. Me and her, we broke up the first time. She with that T shit. And I said, hold up. You let your next door now. We ain't about to play this. You say we want to be in a relationship. And I say, we ain't about to play this. We ain't about to play this. I'm just getting to know you and you let this nigga put a passion next door. I say, look here, let's be friends. We can make it a fuck thing, whatever you want to call it. Just be a fuck thing. But let's be friends. We're not taking it. And she wanted to go back out. And, you know, my thing was with her, I wanted to be friends with her first. I said, you got to show me that you're worthy enough. We are going together. It's not like we're not going to be together, but let's build that trust up. You broke my trust by doing that shit. We are going together, but we're friends. We're friends, but we're going to spend time and build that up. Build that trust up. We're going to spend time and build, and that's what I wanted from her. We're going to get back together. But the more we spend time together, the more that relationship build back up. And that's what I wanted out of Felicia. But you trying to push me to get back into a relationship with you, and the trust was broken. And you listening to this nigga Alex that I told you I had conflict with. You got this nigga on your page, this Spanish nigga that I don't get along with them. I don't get along with Demir. And that's what the conflict was. I saw the bullshit. And then you got niggas in Dallas. You telling these niggas in Dallas, you got your baby daddy, and you got this nigga on the phone in Dallas. I said, when? I see the bullshit. I see the conflict that's going on. These niggas in Dallas talking shit while I'm on the phone with you, and you got your husband. I see this bullshit. I see the jealousy and the envy that you're doing. That these niggas showing on these phones while we on the phone. I said, we ain't about to play that shit. I see through that bullshit. I see the jealousy in the spirit with this nigga. And I refuse to, and she tried to make me look like the bad guy. It's through. Bitch, you instead of trying to play games. You instead of trying to come back. Bitch, I don't need you. If you say you're going to be friends, you need to be friends. But don't act like that when you can't pick up the phone. Ivy said something. Boo said, Ivy, let me tell you, if it's business, if we talking, we be there for each other. I don't know what type of friendship y'all have. I'll listen to Boosie's daughter, but no, friends be there. That phone post to answer. No, I don't know what type of friendship that y'all niggas got and y'all got around the world. A friend supposed to be there when you need them at any time of situation. When I heard Boosie's daughter, any time of a situation. Ever just talking, listening, just being there and still keeping your marriage together. Any one of those things. But a man got to know when not to cross that line. You could be friends, but you have to keep that conversation later. And we just talking about what we going through. If you want to be with somebody, break up with that person then. We can talk about marriage. We can talk about anything. Do it the right way. Do the things the right way. I don't have to cheat on you to be happy. People in my relationships, they let words affect them. They let words affect. They let words of others affect how they feel about somebody. I look one time. I looked Sabina when we got a song that best I ever had. You got with Drake on there. You got shit that they never want. And when you think highly of me, you let your cousin say something, and you said so. And I saw your spirit behavior in those apartments. I saw how you look when your cousin say so what. I don't care what Demira say. So what? I saw how you acted in the spirit, Sabina. You let words affect you on how you feel about someone. My brand didn't match with their friends. I got a job. I'm doing these things. It did not match. I'm going to the mall buying you a big bracelet. I don't care at the end of the day. I'm telling my story. Yeah, she's married. Yeah, her dad got this boyfriend and she's married. I don't care. But I'm moving past it, past. But people want to speak about my history. You're going to get to know my history. People in Dallas who kind of want to talk about you care about that home. And no, Mirza don't got nothing to do with this. But when we was at Mirza's house, we had me and Sabina. This was between me and Sabina, mom and stepdad. And I need her to step it up. I'm a king, and I need her to step it up. Be a fucking woman. My kingdom is going to be built. Either without you or without you, Sabina. My kingdom is going to be built. I need you to step it as a woman. I don't care if you're married, you got a boyfriend. I don't give a fuck. You don't deserve me. You want to be bothered with your jealous cousin and do all of that with your... I brand that match. Well, Master P, my brand. Your friends had pulled shoes, and I'm having shoes. I'm coming there with money. We going on a school bus. And let me tell you, when I was at New Smith, I always had 3 different buses I can catch. I can catch the bus going to their house. I can catch the school bus that dropped me off at my house. Or I can catch the dark bus. I had that option. I had that option. But don't speak on me and Sabina history, because we got a lot of that in jail and a lot of that. You Dallas and you Texas niggas won't be on that song with Mirza. Everybody that ever want to be for me and a person, cousin breaking up. I'm putting people in their motherfucking play. Like Drake said, I'm about to go to 0 to 100 real quick. But you know what? A boss, you know me, I'm a boss. We don't pay attention to the shit. And Sabina used to be in a car with Demira and a song by Brown, how you just gonna sit up there and let me brag. You gotta be a boss. I need you to have a strong mindset to not let these niggas get to you. Baby, I don't care what they say. It's not about them. We had a song called Triple D, that's my gutter bitch. We connect with each other off of songs. That's the relationship that we had with each other. But I needed her to not give a fuck, because my mentality is staying strong at 14 and 15 on and keep pushing. We're not going to pay attention. A boss nigga ain't going to pay attention to bullshit. But I seem like you making me get out of my comfort zone. You street niggas and that Dallas bitch up there as a model that got between me and Mirza friendship. You making me get out of my comfort zone. Whoa, we telling them people, you took something that didn't belong to you. Boosie and Yellow Breeze and them. Your platform is built on terrorism. Dallas and Oak Cliff. Your platform is built on terrorism. Footwork. You don't think I know what was going on with T.I. came down here, boy? When y'all tried to terrorize me, fuck all of that. God say, look here. I want everybody to know on my page. They didn't just take my dream. They took y'all dreams. They stolen something from us. One thing, or don't believe everything. Bitch, I know what I read. But if you're going to call me dumb, God said they're going to call me dumb. I don't give a motherfucker anymore. Y'all want to be, I'm going to tell the DA, you wasn't out there at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock when I was in that Garland Street, when I was in that Addison Street. Don't act like it, DA. You and your district attorneys. I'm not about to let the state and the government play with me. And what the street niggas was telling me. And what those McDonald's employees was telling me. You stupid, you retarded. You don't know nothing. You scared of your little brother MO3. Don't you come in there and talk to me about what I've been through. What was words was said to me on that street while the captain, I'm going to Mirror's house in Addison. God said, don't you lie to me. Mary A. Johnson. When I was getting terrorized through Addison, and me and Rick talked about this, they thought Mirza worked for, no, I'm catching this situation for what it truly is. I'm 5 blocks over. Me and Mirza on the phone, he checking up on me. Where you at, Hubert? How far you is? And this motherfucking, God said, your spirit has been caught. Carrollton police, I want you to keep lying to me. Dallas, Texas, I want you to keep lying to me. State of Texas, your spirit has been caught. God said, I want you to keep lying to me. Where you watch me got terrorized. Carrollton police, God said, when I was 5 blocks over, Shirley used to stay in the house. We used to go through the apartment. You 5 blocks over in the community. I'm rolling through Addison Park, going through Addison Park, going through the tollway, walking on that bridge in Addison. You think I didn't see you? Tell that Carrollton police, you think I didn't see? God said, you still willing to lie to me. You still willing to lie to me. And you watch me got terrorized. Mary A. Johnson, you still willing to lie to me. Mary A. Johnson, God said you're lying to your American people. You're lying to the American people. I'm going to tell a Senate, this is not about, don't you goddamn blame it on Trump. They don't make this all about Trump in this situation. My issues, my main objective was, you don't know what goes on in my spirit. And people sitting up their kids with church in the city, I see how they behave in themselves. You better stop, baby. Because my power is much more greater than yours. God gave me the gift to understand you humans. You humans are built on politics, built on different religion. And I seen the Muslim jail, and I seen what they got to go through when the fights was breaking out in the prisons. You know why God took the spirit out of Moses' brother's son? Because he was going to be taught slavery to years to come. We talk about KKs. They was taught. We see it on YouTube every time where racism getting together in churches. These grown-ups grow up with hatred. They grow up with hatred. This is something that they family are teaching and these kids, a KK. They generations are teaching them. God know what he had to do to take the spirit out of Moses' brother's son. That empire was going to be a threat. But I want to tell Joe Biden them and Capitol, I acknowledge you. Yeah, I had your Trump and everybody else. I had your attention. Fights was breaking out at that hotel. I heard everything that you said. I want to pray my Obama. Everybody. But my man's job with the attack issue, I wasn't trying to get with the community, talk to the community. My issues with the attack, and I will do anything to get your attention to attack this issue. I would say anything to attack this issue to get your call center to behave, to change their behavior. I told Joe Biden and I told FBI, I want you to listen to this song and getting your point crosses the line. I said, Joe Biden, I want you to listen to this song by Lil Wayne and Big Sean. But God said we are connected. But you politics you're gonna say stuff. And God tell me how to deal with you humans. God, I'm not judging anybody in that church. Me and Ryan got a good understanding. I'm not taking it wrong. I always took in criticism. But when I was in Dallas County, one person told me I'm not from there. Yeah, I'm from there. We got two different mindsets. You raised in two different hoods in New Orleans. But your mindset is different from mine. That don't make me from there. I told the Louisiana senators, I said, hold up, you want to make this a politics thing? Come on. The people love you. God loved me too. My missions was to get the cause and attention. I have Obama and everybody else's attention. CNN and attention. Your work is not changing. And we still not, senators, I got my eye on you in Capitol Hill. I am watching you. I have been watching you for a long time. Everybody in Capitol Hill, Miss Nancy Pelosi, I have had my eye on you for a long time. One of the airmen said, we have our eyes on the prize. God said, I got my eye on you. I was at that hotel. You say fake acting. I had my eye on you. But you don't want to change your call center behavior. It must stop. It must stop. I told that person that turned to me on that call center that he was not going to get away. I told that Atlanta office that they was not going to get away. OGP want to speak about my situation. Y'all want to speak about my situation. I work for them. You don't know a damn thing. I got to give each state time at these call centers all over. And some of them in different counties and different states. I have to give each state time to give me my justice. It's enough that Trump just talking about it. I had to act on it. I had to reach out to the Justice Department. I had to reach out to them. And I had the chance to reach out and reach out and discuss the call center behavior. I didn't have the meanness to that. I could have reached out to the Texas Supreme Court, but I wanted the highest Supreme. I didn't want them involved because they tax dollars in this situation causing me the problem. So I wanted it to be on fair grounds. And I messaged and I told the highest Supreme Court why I've been messaging you. I wanted this to be on fair treatment grounds of understanding this situation. Senator Ted, I'm waiting for that call. I'm waiting for that invite, Senator Ted. I'm waiting for that invite. You know, this guy in McKinney said me Hubert just because they were and on Washington, D.C. And I'm going to tell you, you want to put what time and what date, or what time you call, what time the call, how you call, what person, what place. How we supposed to know that? And a person hanging up in our face at the call center. You know, one thing when I was connecting with Mirza's sister, and we said Mirza's mom have a disability. And one thing, I sit in the house with Mirza's mom, Lil Diamond mom, and sister them, and we talked about how she goes up to the Social Security. I'm not going to allow you to treat me wrong. And God, Social Security, I want you to step it up. God wants you to step it up. I don't care what you got to do. If you got to have bonuses, I want every government worker, Social Security worker to have their own bonus card. Everybody, you're different from these businesses. I don't know if if y'all not getting it, the recognition that y'all need. You know what the lady told me at the call center? I say, thank you for listening to me. You should be with what she say, nah, we just do that because we want to help y'all. But other people are not going to treat you right at the call center and at the office. I told Joe Biden, I really want them to be rewarded. The people at the call center that heard me out, that told me to go back in that Social Security call center every time when I got kicked back out and the call center told me to go back in. I did what they told me to do. Somebody from my office location told me to go in there. I did everything that was asked of me. But I would not allow you to treat me bad because you're entitled. Let me tell you something about my local office on that's with High Parkway. And the security guard, the black security guards. I kept calling. When the call center kept hanging in my face, I kept calling. And when I interacted with the customers, and I told them I talked to somebody in Washington, D.C., and they told me to reach out to Miss Nancy, your U.S. Congress, and you reach out to Miss Nancy Pelosi, they panicked. I seen their spirit behavior. I was able to see my local office spirit. I watch your spirit. Miss Lee, God said, when you was at the local office and I had my head down, you judged me. You didn't think I saw your spirit? Miss Lee, you didn't think I saw your spirit? God told me to call you out. My head must have been down, but I was able to see you. God was able to give me that gift to see what you are about. I want to tell him, when I message the Lord, my Social Security, and if you want to get back on your benefits, why should I come back in and you want to treat me bad? Why should I want to come back in? You write me and tell me if you want to get back on your benefits, come back. Why would I want to talk to you? I would not allow you to treat me like I ain't nothing. I will fight you. If I had a chance to do it all again, I have no regrets. I have no regrets for my actions. But you're going to have regrets for your actions. The mayor, I want you to step down. If they're not being reasonable with this situation, and if Governor Abbott willing to support you in this situation, I'm taking this to the highest Supreme Court. I have already been talking to them. Let me tell y'all something. God told me to tell you something. We messaged the Supreme Court. What up? You got to use the bathroom? Huh? All right. You got to go use the bathroom. It's hot up here, that's why. You want a few snacks before you get some food? Before Dad cook you something to eat? Want a juice? Huh? Let me get your juice. Have your juice before that took this in here. We're gonna go to Waterburger and get you a little meal in a few, okay? We're gonna go to Waterburger and get you a meal in a few. I want to tell y'all something about me. Something about me, and I want you to understand something about me more of a different. They say I'm gonna get everybody killed. They know who the fuck I am in Dallas, Yellow Breeze, and all the rest of them in Oak Cliff. They ain't dumb. They know who the fuck I am. Fort Worth know who the fuck I am. They know who I am. And y'all trying to play innocent in this hip hop. Y'all trying to lies and say I'm crazy. Don't you fucking play with God. Texas, Dallas, Industry, Oak Cliff. Don't you play with God. You want to get away. You want to take something that didn't belong to you and use your platform is built on terrorism. You the liars. You the hypocrites. They want us to become a victim of the street. You the snitch, bitch. You the hater. God said, I should take care of you haters. I should take care of you, you people that want to destroy God's children. You hateful street niggas that don't want to see God's children wear anything. God said, I should take care of you. God said, you're a problem. Like Egypt was a problem. You don't know what you damn talk about. Everybody not bad. OG people want to talk about going to get the system. Let me tell you, everybody's not bad. I believe it still got some good people in this world that stand for right. And I want to allow you street niggas to throw dirt up on God's name, like Jim Jones said. I could kick him up. I hear them talking dirt up on my name. But God said, I can kick him up like the children on the stain. Want your cookie? You drunk your juice? I can kick him up like the detergent on the stain. They the liars. They the liars. God said, I don't want to eat with you when you lie. And Yellow Breeze and them trying to play innocent. But when God get involved, you street niggas take you the weekend, nigga. You want hungry? Get some cookies before I take you some. You got to go and get something. Just eat your little bit. Hold on, let me find you something to eat. Hold on. We are about to be dismissed because I got to take my kid and go cook him something. But let me tell you something. The people that's lying in the streets of Dallas and the people that's supporting the radio stations, they lying to you. Dallas is lying to you. Hip hop is lying to you. Your mayor ain't keeping it. Don't you damn put this all on Trump. You're not going to talk about my part. God said, don't make an excuse. The DEA to try to, the state of Texas to try to understand. I called your local government and I did what the call center told me to do. And this guy told me to shut up. God said, let's talk about that, Mayor. When the call center gave me the local government number and the guy told me to shut up and he gave me the Social Security back to the manager number. No, I didn't get that number to talk to you. To just point me back to I got that number to talk to somebody in the local government that's higher up. in Dallas local government. That's why they gave the call center gave me that number. Mayor, you are wrong on the grounds. You and your city councilman are wrong. This is a one-sided thing. You politics is doing one-sided situation. And I'm tired of it. I don't care. God say, I don't care about your borders. I will break those borders when it comes to my children and people that believe in me. I will break those borders. Whatever, anybody that believe in me. But God said, don't you forget, when I was here, the numbers was greater. When the Garland police was out there, and my ex-girlfriend, Nikki, she sat up there and watched the number of domination. But I got to be more powerful than that. She the weak. Like Transformers say, Optimus Prime, I rise, you fall. Dallas, Texas, I rise, you fall. Yellow Breezy, I roar like Transformers say, Optimus Prime, I rise, you fall. Good is going to win. And good, God is going to win. You can come and try to disrupt the kingdom. You can come and try to disrupt the kingdom. But God say, I'm giving my child with his kingdom to stay strong and know what to do when y'all hatred want to fight. They playing like they don't know me. If you play like you don't know me, you don't know God, Dallas. You rap stations. This girl in Wale, you better shut up, girl. You trying to act a boozy bitch. People been crying for my attention for years, bitch. But I never had the patience. I was always bossing up at 14 and 15 and doing time. I wanted a woman that was on the same, as a teenager, on the same level as me. When we go to the movies and do stuff. People been crying for my attention for years. And bitch, don't play like you on my level and acting stuck up, don't want to talk, bitch. Because I can go back right to shut myself off. And when you stuck up black bitches want to do that, then you want to call a nigga stupid and retarded. When a nigga don't open their mentality. Bitch, I'm too much of a boss. At 14 and 15 years old, I want a woman I want a teenager girl that's on my level at that time. When I was at Norman Smith, that's on my level. If I'm working you, Mirza would have been like this. And Mirza, God said, look here, if you wanted to be on the silver landman, you could have been at 16 and 15 years old. When your cousin used to come to me and you wish to hang out, and I go to that 24-hour check-in place at 16 and 15 years old, you could have been like, you would get me on. You wasn't thinking like that. I got you on there on that U-Haul. But you wasn't thinking like that at 16 to 15 years old. My mind was always bigger than that. You want to get in the shower, the tub? We're going to get in the tub, then we're going to go to Waterburg and get some. And I got to thank Church in the City yesterday and the people in the college at Church in the City. I'm getting my homework. All right. No, you ain't part of no. They going to get you killed. The streets going to get you killed. Boosie and them going to get you killed, the lion. The streets going to get. God said, you going to get killed or not finding out. Everybody said, you going to get everybody killed. The streets going to get you killed. The liars in the streets are going to get you killed. The liars in Dallas streets are going to get you killed.
Why do you keep on saying that?
I'm sorry. God is talking through me. Son, God is talking through me. I'm sorry, son.